Hey y'all, it's Tina and I'm back with a new video. Hey Choose, thank you guys for watching. It's been a long time. It's been a couple of months, well, a few months, but I literally had like a whole transition. Like, I know y'all tired of me. Like, every time you come up here, you glowed up, sis. Like, what's going on? But through the glow up, there has been some, hard struggles and transformations. I don't just come here, perfect every time. Like, I always come here with something that I have in my heart and I want to share. So, today's topic of this video is stop listening to other people and do what God has told you to do. When I tell you, it is so crucial to do this because, like, had I not listened to what God has told me to do and listen to other people and their comments and all this other things, I would not be here today. And when I say here today, like, I just recently, made 100 subscribers, right? And in my head, I was like, it took me a year to do that, but I'm so proud of myself because when I first literally started out doing this YouTube thing, my lighting was crazy. Like, I couldn't even speak confidently in the camera. And I feel like through this transition, like, I'm still going through the motions. I'm not talking like I made 1 million subscribers or anything like that. But me listening to God saying, just start. Just do it. Like, everybody wants to wait until they're perfect. Everyone wants to wait until, like, they have it all together to start doing something. Like, no, start doing what God told you to do now. If it's a small increments, if you don't have that much money, make it so, like, whatever budget you have, you at least invest in whatever you want to do. And it can be something small, like even having like a backstage if you want to model, like using that app. You don't have to pay millions of dollars for a photographer, a crew, and all this stuff. But you doing what you want to do, doing what God has told you to do in little increments is way more important and is way better than you just waiting until you think it's the right time. And I feel like I had to make this video because when you start listening to other people, they like to let you know what you should do when you have this, what you should do when you have that. Like, let's say God told you to buy a car and you have somebody say, wait till you don't buy a car right now. Wait till you move out. Wait till you do this. In a lot of instances that makes sense logically, right? Like, oh, save all your money until you get this car. And that's sound good advice. But for you specifically, God may want you to have this car now because he got another place for you to be going. Let's say he has a job offer for you somewhere very far. And had you not listened to him about getting the car earlier, sooner, it would have been hard for you to be traveling to that job that he had for you. Like, there's just so many things that you literally have to calm yourself down. Like, when God gives you a plan, first thing you should do is test drive that plan. Test drive the plan. So when you are telling people what you're doing, and when I say people, I mean your most trustworthy people that are here to lift you up and here on this growth journey with you, or let's say they surpass all this growth journey stuff and they're just like in a level that you want to see yourself in. I'm talking about those people, not everybody. Those people. When you're ready to tell those people, what you think God has told you about yourself, and, little increments, even those people, little increments until they like prove themselves worthy and stuff like that. And, you show them a little bit about what you're doing. Guys, like, it's important because you are feeling comfortable when you do the test drive. When you do the test drive, I mean, like, posting a video, not letting them know that you're going to do a YouTube video, just do it anyway. And then you come and be like, hey, this is what I'm planning to do. Because when you have already done it, you already defeated that fear, that first initial fear, which is always the first step. The first step is always like very fearful. Like the first step, like, when it comes to modeling, when it comes to school, when it comes to anything, like the first step is always hard. Like my first YouTube video was hard as heck. I was like, yo, I look crazy, but I'm gonna post it anyway, and that first step is always the hardest step, no matter what you do. No matter if you're applying to school, it's always the hard. So doing that first step on your own is way better than you seeking out counsel after you do the first step. before you do the first step. Because when you seek counsel after, no matter if that person has the best interest at heart for you, your mind will be altered in some way. And it could be altered in a great way to benefit you and boost you. But sometimes not everybody knows what plan God has for you. Like, you could be doing so many other things. People be like, oh, YouTube is saturated. People say many things are saturated. Listen, like, if you want to win in life, everything is saturated, bro. Like, there's a million people out here. Your journey is going to be different from everybody. Like, no matter what, even if you make a video about dark-skinned girls or something, it's going to be different from everybody. Like, people like to say, like, little things like, oh, somebody else is already doing that. Like, somebody else is already doing makeup. Somebody else is already doing this and this and that. It's like, yo, okay, but this is me though. Like, this is me though. Like, I don't think God just created all these people to do the exact same thing for the exact same reasons and for the exact same purpose. Like, it's different. No matter how it may look the same on the outside, it's completely different. Everyone's journey is completely different. So I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to hear that. So yeah, like, literally listening to what God has to you on a daily, you know, being quiet, keeping yourself isolated. I'm not saying don't talk to your family members, don't do whatever, but a lot of people say they need a vacation, but what you really need is a staycation. I'm not gonna lie, like, I used to think going vacation with the girls was like the substitute for the solitude that I need. And as beautiful as it is, like, going on vacation with your girls and doing all these beautiful things with your girls, like, it's great, you know, but at the same time, you also need that staycation for yourself. Like, you need to be isolated for yourself and sit down and be like, yeah, I need to get it together. You know what I'm saying? And when I say staying isolated with yourself and, you know, listening to the voice of God in different numerous ways, it's like not as much cell phone, like being on your phone all the time. Post a picture, go ahead and do that. But after you post your picture, whatever, you know, because we're in all different eras. Like, some people are God, like, we in social media, we do different things. Like, you know, if you're like me and you want to post your content and you want to, you know, do different things, post and get off the gram, bro. Like, post, get off the gram for a couple of hours and then, you know, go back. But at the end of the day, my phone fell, so I had to catch that real quick. But at the end of the day, like, you trying to stay over there for hours is wasting time on the things that you need to think about what you need to be doing. Like, Instagram is showcase for people who are doing things, which is cool, but if you spend all that time looking at what other people are doing, what time are you spending looking what yourself doing? And imagine you doing that every single day. Like, the amount of hours you put in to see what other people are doing, what are you investing in yourself during that time? Let me wait. I don't hear nothing. Exactly. Nothing. Like, you might be thinking about what you need to do, but because you're on Instagram, you didn't really make the plan. And if you don't got the plan, then are you really doing something? No, you're not doing nothing. If the plan is not made and you just have all these thoughts and ideas, then what you doing? You're not doing not a dang thing. Okay? So that's one of the reasons why I kind of got on camera, because I literally had like you know, a bunch of friends and people talking to me about what they were doing because they feel comfortable, and they would say things, but so and so said, but so and so, like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you listening to so and so? So and so is not even in the same predicament you are in. You're listening to so and so telling you where to direct, and then now you feel discouraged and you like literally taking that in. Are you crazy? Like, no. Like, that's exactly what the devil wants you to do. He wants to stop you in your tracks. He don't want you to keep going. He wants you to think you're not good enough, that you're not polished enough. What else? That you don't have enough information. And that may be true, but as you're going and you're starting in your craft, start it. Like, if you want to make that blog, start it. Like, stop playing. Like, stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop playing. But yeah, just start it. Like, honestly, the way I have like my camera and setup crew right now, like, a year ago or I think it was 2 years ago that I made my first YouTube video. I was like, I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. I couldn't even envision myself like this, having a video, like having some type of aesthetic, like, you know, trying to just do YouTube. And this is not like I'm saying I have 1 million subscribers, like I said, but seeing where I was before, because my YouTube videos was looking real rough. and like still continuing to, you know, be confident and like just stirring. And now I have to work on persistent, because that's the word of the year for me. That's what I feel that God has told me to do. Be persistent. Last year was consistency, and this year is persistence. And with persistence, you have more of an umph. You have to put more effort. You have to be more strategic in what you're doing. And literally with persistence, it's like, all right, you did this, but did you actually put your all in it? And that's literally what I've been trying to do this year, putting my all in all the things that I want to do. Like last year, it was, you know, fumble the bag with the making plans and being consistent on YouTube like I usually do. But now, like, actually making sure it happened, bro, is the thing. Feel me? All right. Thank y'all for watching. Peace and love, Trues.